agenda for today, which is the local hybrid data centre. We have Duncan Barr, our Manager of Information Services, to present the paper.
Thanks. I'll just
Sorry.
thank you. I'll just introduce Duncan. Thank you, Duncan, for being here. And we've included this information item on the paper, so there's no decisions to be made today, and it's really just an opportunity to share a good news story with the committee and invite Duncan to talk a little bit about this project, which has gone really well for the council and demonstrates how we can achieve really good outcomes when we work together with our local councils. And we've achieved good cost savings for the ratepayers, and we've achieved some really good outcomes for the community as well. Over to you, Duncan.
Kia ora.
Some
Good morning.
technical talk.
Kia ora, good morning. Through the chair, I'll take it as you've read the paper, and I think it's just really good to highlight what we've been doing locally in the IT space. It is a good news story. It's a very strong story about collaboration and trust with our other council, with regional council and Hastings District Council. As Jess alluded to, we've been able to change our funding regime from OPEX to CAPEX, which is good for the ratepayer. Post-cyclone is actually really relevant. We're actually building in better resilience into our computer world. We're actually also investing heavily in our staff and building our capacity in their schools, and we're spending locally in our community as opposed to the big boys in Auckland. So for our staff here, we will see a better level of service and faster system. So yeah, it's just a really good yay-ha moment for us. And it's probably, someone alluded to, it's a bit like Three Waters infrastructure. It just happens in the background. You don't know it's there, you don't see it, but it's really important. So happy to take any questions.
Thank you, Duncan. Do we have any questions for Duncan? I'm sure he'll keep his responses in layman terms for us if it's particularly technical. No? Oh, thank you. Councillor Mawson.
Yeah, through the chair. Duncan, just wondering, so who actually owns the servers in that case? Because it says here they've been hosted in Unison. By Unison?
Through the chair, we own it.
So we'll own it.
So Hastings District Council have got their environment. We've got our own kit right next door to our money, our asset.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Councillor Brown.
Kia ora. Thank you, Duncan. I see in the paper we're going to essentially like 4 layers of backup, is that correct? And just wondering what we had before that.
Simple terms, through the chair. We've got 4 environments. So Hastings and Unison are actually working together in unison, alive. That's 1. We have a backup in Napier, which is 2. We'll have out of region, which is 3.
Okay.
And within that, there's actually multiple data copies. So compared to what we've got now, there's multiple data copies in 2 locations, Auckland and Wellington.
Right. Thank you.
So we've actually got more resilience.
Brilliant.
Any further questions? Oh, Deputy Mayor Brosnan.
Just a quick question, understanding the savings. When we talk about that 4.7 million saving over the life of the contract, is that the 4-year contract that you talked about earlier in the paper over the 4-year period? Or what's the life of the contract, I suppose, is my question.
For server hardware, it's 5 years. So we'll look to replace it. We'll depreciate over 5 years.
Okay, so it's 4.7 something million saving over 5 years when you include depreciation.
Yep.
Well done.
Significant. If we don't have anything further, thank you, Duncan. It is a really good news story, and I think the timing is actually perfect to be talking about this sort of stuff, given what we've been through recently. So, yeah, kudos to your team, and fantastic to see the collaboration as well.
And they've done really well.
Yeah. I'll ask for a mover of our recommendation, Councillor Brown, thank you, and Councillor Mawson to second. Would either of you like to speak to it?
Oh, just to summarise, I suppose, we're investing in our people, we're saving our ratepayers money, and we're increasing our resilience. So, well done.
Councillor Mawson?
No, I don't think so.
Thank you.
Just to say, yeah, thank you. Well done.
Thank you. And I'll put the motion that we receive the paper. All those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Against? Carried. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. So we need to adjourn? Oh, okay. And then we're going into public Richard will do that. Okay, great. Okay, fantastic. Okay, thank you. So that's the end of our meeting today. Sorry, that was a little bit messy, just figuring out what's happening next. But yeah, thank you all.